Revelation 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. From the firstnews.com, payment technology implanted in your hand becomes first that can be used worldwide. Published on April 15, 2021. Shalom, all praises, glories and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth, as well as men of like mind. Shalom wa chasad, which means peace and mercy, to the elect of the nation of Israel, whom I used to call Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners of the seed line of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom are scattered here in America, which is Babylon the Great, and abroad. To you I say Shalom and Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Tazah. This lesson is edifying. Payment technology implanted in your hand becomes first that can be used worldwide. And we know what this is referring to. This is referring to the RFID microchip, also known as the NFC chip implant, which stands for Near Field Communication Chip Implant in Europe, also known as biochip. The word bio means body, which is the mark of the beast. Okay. The implant from Polish-British startup Baltimore can be sewed into the hand and used to make payments at all contactless terminals around the world that accept payments with standard cards. And this is a part of prophecy, okay, concerning the RFID microchip. And the goal of the elites of the wicked, who is Esau or Edom, is to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive that mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. For that is the agenda / goal of their new world order, which the Lord will put them in a position of difficulty when they are about to fold their bellies and accomplish their new world order. The Lord is going to put them in a position of difficulty that will prevent them from being able to accomplish it. And then he's going to destroy them and their kingdom. Destroy them meaning that he's going to take them out of power and destroy their kingdom. And then they're going to be put into chains and shackles and become slaves unto Yahweh Shai and the elect of the nation of Israel. Right? Ultimately all Israel, but the first go around, the first dominion is going to be with Yahweh Shai and the 144,000 on down to the believing men, women, and children, the elect. Okay, so it says a Lubin man's firm has come up with the world's first payment implant that can be used globally. Using bio, which the word bio means body, polymers, and the same short-range NFC near-field communication technology as contactless payment cards. The implant from Polish-British startup Baltimore can be sewed into the hand and used to make payments at all contactless terminals around the world that accept payments with standard cards from organizations such as MasterCard or Visa. CEO Wojciech, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Paprota told TFN, so far no one has manufactured such an implant that is accepted worldwide, which that's a lie. because we know that Esau Edom has everything already in store for his New World Order's agenda. Okay, these devils already have everything in stored and in place. The chip needs to be implanted by a specialist, Baltimore. The RFID and NFC implants have been available in the market since 2013, and really way before that. So basically, they kind of contradicted themselves when they said no one has manufactured such an implant that is accepted worldwide, because the RFID microchip does exactly that. It allows an individual to simply make payments at all form of contactless terminals around the world. Why? Because within the RFID microchip is where people's information is and is going to be kept. Hence the root word of the word mark. When you go a little bit further into it, beyond Chirax, you have the word grapho, which means of the writings, filled with the writings. Okay, because within, again, the RFID microchip is where people's financial information, medical information, and other information are going to be recorded, are going to be written, kept. Okay. It says, but none of them has had the contactless payments feature. It reads on to say, however, you can find videos on the internet that show the payments being processed with the implants, but it is a transaction done within the internal Venmo system where both customer and merchant have the account on Venmo. In Baltimore, we are talking about real payments and the commercial available implants, not custom made. Working with an iCard account accessed through the app and licensed by the Electronic Money Institution and supervised by the EU. Once the account is tapped up, users find a specialist to implant the chip, with Baltimore providing a list of approved specialists, which includes over 40 options across 11 countries. And the message to you Israelites out there, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, is to not take that chip, and they make it mandatory. But we understand that only the elect of the nation of Israel are going to listen, because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai are going to preserve the elect. Lord's willing, I'm of the elect. Okay, because I have no plan on taking anything that these devils push out there. Okay, in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Yahweh Ratazah. Okay, it says the implant uses biopolymers in the same short-range NFC technology as contactless payment cards. Baltimore. The company is now in dialogue with large industry players who are keen to see how demand develops for the implants. Like many of the payment innovations over the last 10 years, the move away from coins and notes is gathering pace. Paprota told TFN, today the only feature of Baltimore payment implants is contactless payments. We are tirelessly working on upgrading it with other features such as opening doors, which they've already been doing that, using it as authorized tokens or ID badges, which they've already been using it to do that. Okay. Basically, every NFC feature can be installed on the implant, but we are still developing the whole ecosystem to gather all those things. And these devils already have everything in place, like I said. Okay. So they may say, well, we're still in developments, we're still in the trial phase, and all that madness. But in all actuality, they already have everything set in place and ready to be rolled out. But the way that Esau works is that he works through the tactic of gradualism, which is the policy of doing things in gradual stages to achieve a desired end. He has to persuade and condition the minds of the people. Okay? He works in very subtle ways. He's the devil. Okay? CEO reject protocol TF, and I don't even feel the implant in my hand, as it is super small, 28 millimeters by 7 millimeters by zero point 0.4 millimeters, and very flexible. Even when I touch my skin in the location where the implant is installed, I feel like I touch my skin, not the implant. It became part of my body, part of me, Baltimore. Currently, the iCard account is only available in European countries, but the company is working on opening up in new markets and could be available around the globe within the next 2 years, which, Lord is willing, the Lord will hasten the times for his elect's sake and cause these devils to push this thing, Lord is willing, even within this year. Okay? Because we hasten the day. But everything is according to the Lord's timing and the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Scripture says that my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither my ways your ways. Okay, that's what the Lord said. Today this pin size, same pan, implant is a validated replacement of the bulky wallet, but it is only the first step. Ultimately, our implants will merge your physical and digital identity, and it is closer than you think. See that? So this concludes the article. And this is just showing us that the mark of the beast, which is the RFID marker chip / NFC chip implant, being mandated is right around the corner. And by now, we should all know Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 on down to 18. So I'll just briefly read through it and conclude the lesson. So it says, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 again. Pardon me. And he causeth all. Now the he is referring to the hegemony of Esau or Edom, the wicked, the banking families, the elites, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the McDonald's, the Lees, so on and so forth. Causeth all people on the face of the planet Earth, except for the elect of the nation of Israel, whom Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai will preserve and reserve. Okay. Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, from a newborn baby to elderly senior in society, whether they be rich or poor, whether they be in the jail system or at liberty, to receive a mark. That mark is the mark of the beast, which is the RFID marker chip. In the Greek, the word for mark is charagma, which means the stamp or imprinted mark, which is a chip. Root word of charagma is charax, which means a palisade or stake, which is the syringe mechanism that will be used to puncture the flesh of an individual to then insert the RFID microchip, that charagma. Root word of charax is grapho, as I had mentioned earlier in the lesson, which means of the writings, filled with the writings, filled with the headings. Because within the chip is where people's information are going to be filled, stored, kept, concerning their financial information or medical or others. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, in the front of their head. Okay? Which is their cerebral cortex. It's right in front of your brain. No man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast. Now the beast is a pagan Roman Empire, which came back in the form of NATO and the EU, with America being an extension of that empire, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. But him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 666. Chi, sty, stigma in the Greek. Chi and sty both means X mark. And I always make this reference that there's a saying in the world, X marks the spot. You look at certain medical movies, a doctor would mark an X or a circle with a dot in the middle as a spot of puncture for a patient before they do so. It's the same thing that's going to happen when they are about to do the same in reality to a patient when they're about to puncture their flesh with that syringe, with that Chirax, to then insert that what charagma, that mark. Okay, stigma means stamp, which is the chip. Figuratively, according to the online etymology dictionary, it means mark of disgrace. So that chip, to those that take it, it's a mark of disgrace, and you're basically saying that Isa is your God by taking that chip. Okay, 666 also goes into the UPC code of this devil's system. Okay, and it is what will allow him to utilize the chip. Okay, through what is known as a blockchain. Now, this is the judgment for taking that chip. Okay, so again, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that may be coming across this lesson for the first time, the message is to not take the RFID microchip / NFC chip implant. It is the mark of the beast, and this is the judgment for those that do so. Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, now we know what the beast is already, and his image of the beast represents the system of the beast. Okay, comprised of his educational system, his financial system, his democracy, his philosophies, his architectural infrastructure. Okay, the things that comprise this man's system, okay, is the image, his laws, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, which means righteous anger. And they're going to do so by feeling nuclear heat, because the Lord is going to utilize the weapons of his indignation, which are the ICBM nuclear missiles. And he's going to use them to destroy those that worship the beast and his image and receive his mark, along with this entire land via thermonuclear fire. Okay, and he shall be tormented with fire from the ICBM nuclear missiles, their warheads, and brimstones in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, who is Yahweh Shai, our Lord. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, meaning for a period of time, and they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So, this is the judgment. So, again, do not take the RFID microchip when they make it mandatory soon. Okay? Don't take no Vaseline craccination as well. Okay? So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel and informative. Lord's willing, until the next, I say shalom.